Hello guys, today in this video, we are going to help you to find out the best gaming monitors in market. I made this list based on my personal opinion, and I tried to list them based on their quality, durability, customer review, and more. If you want to see their price and find out more information about them, you can check our links in the description below. Number 7. Sony InZone M9. The Sony InZone M9 gaming monitor is a fantastic device for both PC and 5 games. At $899, this striking 27-inch 4K 144Hz gaming monitor is a great buy for anyone who plays games on PC or PlayStation 5. If you happen to do both and want to do them on the same display, the M9 is for you. It's also something of an oddity. It's a Sony-manufactured gaming device from a hardware division called InZone that's independent of Sony Interactive Entertainment, Sony's games division. And while InZone isn't specifically producing hardware for the 5 pounds, you wouldn't guess it by looking at the M9, which sports the same aesthetic as Sony's latest console. However, Sony is clearly targeting PC gamers along with 5 pounds users with this device, with its plethora of ports and 1 millisecond response time. The built-in speakers can't offer much in the bass department, but that's a pretty minor ding on an otherwise excellent monitor. Unlike the Gigabyte Aorus 532U, you can't rotate the monitor 90 degrees into a portrait orientation. This likely won't be an issue for people who tend to play modern games with 16:9 aspect ratios. However, it means you can't turn the display sideways to play a vertical scrolling shooter like Ikaruga in a more authentic aspect ratio. There are a good amount of ports on the rear of the monitor. This includes a headphone jack, 3 USB-A, 1 USB-B, 1 USB-C, 1 display, and 2 HDMI 2.1 ports. There's also an OSD on-screen display joystick behind the monitor for entering the menu to configure display settings. With the InZone M9 gaming monitor, see more clearly and react faster for invincible gaming. Feel the action with 4K HDR visuals and full-array local dimming contrast that makes game worlds come alive with detail and vibrance. Number 6. Alienware AW3423DOF. The Alienware AW3423DOF Hugi OLED addresses some of the issues we had with the original model. The lower price is solid, as is the inclusion of HDMI 2.1 support. Even if it's only an overall minor upgrade, the improvements objectively make it a stronger product. With that said, it's difficult to recommend this monitor to those who already bought the original version. HDMI 2.1 support is nice, but it's not worth upgrading, especially if you primarily play PC games. And as we said, few console games even support 120 Hz. If you own the AW3423DOF, then you're not missing out on much. But given how the AW3423DOF costs $1,099, it's now an easier device to recommend to newcomers. The Alienware AW3423DOF is a gaming monitor through and through. It has a sleek 1800R curved display that nicely wraps around your field of view. Save for a 34 and Alienware's signature alien logo on the back, the chassis is entirely black. This gives the monitor a slightly more menacing appearance than the previous model. The Legend 2 Alien Vex lighting on the back adds some flair, even if you don't see said lights when using the monitor. At 16.36 20.69 compressed extended height x 32.10 x 12.04 inches and a weight of 21 pounds with the stand, the AW3423DOF is decidedly on the large and heavy side. The stand's V-shaped legs also take up considerable space on a desk. With that said, this monitor is lighter and thinner than the previous model without the stand. Even if it's only a pound lighter, mounting the new Alienware monitor to your wall via the VESA mounts on the back should be easier. Number 5. LG UltraGear OLED 27. The LG UltraGear 27 GR95 QEB $999 is one of the most gorgeous gaming monitors we've seen yet. That's good news considering we've been eager to test this OLED monitor since LG first announced it late in 2022. But what makes the LG UltraGear 27 GR95 QEB so great? It has a fairly subdued design for a gaming monitor, and at 27 inches, it's not exactly huge. What sets it apart is its jaw-dropping visual fidelity provided by the 2.5K OLED display. Games look phenomenal on this monitor, as does streaming content. The superfast 0.03 milliseconds response time and 240 Hz refresh rate also deliver an enjoyable gaming experience. The fact it's less than $1,000 is also a big deal. The monitor isn't perfect, however. It's considerably dimmer than some of its competitors, and the fact you can't access all menu options without a remote is also troubling. The astonishing picture quality and speedy performance mostly help you overlook these deficiencies, but they're still worth pointing out. Aside from the tasteful lighting along the sides and bottom, you'd be hard-pressed to identify the Ultrager 27GR95 KEB as a gaming monitor. With the exception of the LG logo and Ultrager brand on its legs, the all-black chassis is devoid of any adornments. The overall design gives the monitor an air of sophistication. At 23.8 x 22.6 x 10.2 inches and a weight of 16.2 pounds with the stand, the Ultrager 27GR95 KEB isn't overly large or heavy. The stand's V-shaped legs also don't take up much space on a desk. You can raise or lower the screen across a span of 4.3 inches along the stand's sturdy shaft. Number 4. Samsung Odyssey OLED G8. The Samsung Odyssey OLED G8 is a stylish OLED curved gaming monitor that's a serious rival for the Alienware AW3423 DOLF. Like that monitor, the Odyssey OLED G8 features an immersive 34-inch curved display with stunning picture quality. Its fast 175 Hz refresh rate and low 0.03 milliseconds response time deliver solid performance, especially for games that require quick reflexes. Add Samsung's Smart TV and Gaming Hub apps, and you have one of the best curved monitors and best gaming monitors we've reviewed. While pricey at $1,799, the Samsung Odyssey OLED G8 is an overall brilliant gaming monitor. The wide L-shaped stand doesn't take up much space on a desk, and since its base is flat, you're free to keep items on it. I would have preferred if the stand had a built-in Qi charger like the HP NV34 all-in-one, but that's a minor gripe on my end. Raising and lowering the monitor to my preferred height presented no problems. Since the stand has an opening you can put cables through, said cables won't get in the way when you're adjusting the monitor's position. And of course, keeping all the cables tucked through the stand's opening eliminates desk clutter. There are a minimal number of ports located on the monitor's lower back. This includes a single mini DP2 port, a micro HDMI port, and 2 USB-C ports. Unfortunately, standard DisplayPort and HDMI cables aren't compatible with the Odyssey OLED G8, which is a bummer if you wanted to use cables you already have lying around. There's also an OSD on-screen display joystick to bring up and move through the main menu. Number 3. Acer XFA 240. The Acer XFA 240 demonstrates that excellent Full HD monitors don't need to cost a ton of money. For a little over $200, this 1080p monitor delivers accurate colors and more extra features than you'd expect, including a full vertical mode that makes it invaluable as a second screen. The monitor works well for both gaming and productivity, with a 144 Hz refresh rate and a variety of ports, including a DVI input for older machines. The XFA 240 has a few drawbacks, which are normal enough in its price range. Its built-in speakers aren't worth using, its menus are confusing, and its construction feels a little cheap. On the other hand, it's more than worth its asking price, considering how well it displays games, and how pretty the colors are once you do a little tweaking. From a qualitative perspective, the colors and brightness look good too. For everyday use, even 50% of the brightness is sufficient to get work done, while the colors look sharp and accurate whether I was writing a Word document, watching a YouTube video, or playing a video game. The blacks are nothing special, but the screen can display vibrant blues, reds, and browns without issue. I tested the Acer XFA 240 with a variety of games, including Overwatch, Age of Empires Definitive Edition, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, and World of Warcraft. There aren't many relevant presets in the XFA 240's menu, just a game mode that brightens up the screen and makes things a little sharper. In a lot of cases, though, the game mode made things worse. Ancient catacombs in Tomb Raider felt sterile and washed out. Mongolian steppes in Age of Empires looked like pixelated wastelands. Number 2. HyperX Armada 27. The HyperX Armada 27 marks the first foray of the gaming peripherals brand, currently an arm of HP, into the monitor space. Its quality and performance are about as strong as you'd expect given this impressive pedigree, and it has a wide selection of features and supported technologies that any PC gamer will love. It even comes with something unusual, if not outright unique, for the category, an articulating arm instead of a traditional stand, which ups the cool factor even further. That arm, though, won't be the solution to every person's problems, and there's a chance that those same people might not appreciate some of the other minor but odd things this monitor is missing. Add on a slightly higher than average price, and the value proposition gets murkier still. There's a real chance that the Armada 27 might be the best gaming monitor for you if your needs, desktop setup, and budget allow it. But it's not going to be the best for everyone. All-in-one package, desk mount included, don't spend days searching for a compatible mount. Armada takes care of that with its sturdy ergonomic arm and desk mount. Simply snap into the back and elevate your monitor to reclaim desk space. Higher resolution for immersive gaming, the Armada 27 is capable of displaying at Quad HD, QHD resolutions, delivering stunning visuals for better immersion in your gaming movies and videos. Sharper image quality for a mesmerizing experience. Immaculate clarity on detailed visuals and textures, so exploring those majestic game worlds will be even more of an adventure. Number 1. Razer Raptor 27. The Razer Raptor 27 is currently our pick for the best gaming monitor overall. This 27-inch screen displays gorgeous colors with stunning accuracy. At crisp Quad HD resolutions, you can run games at more than 100 frames per second, thanks to the Raptor 27's fast 144 Hz refresh rate. At 2560 x 1440 pixels, the screen is high-res enough to display gorgeous images, but not so high-res that you'll need an incredibly powerful PC to make the most of it. In other words, it's a nearly perfect midpoint of performance and accessibility. The only real downside to the Raptor 27 is that it's expensive, especially compared to other Quad HD monitors. But you're also paying for the monitor's excellent physical design, which makes the ports extremely easy to access, and the cables very simple to manage. A gaming monitor needs to perform with extreme speed and clarity to help you react in a split second. It also needs to be able to display deep, vibrant colors and a natural lifelike image for a truly immersive gaming experience. The Razer Raptor was created as an extension of this philosophy, a no-compromise display that produces breathtaking image quality, making it the ultimate sports gaming monitor. 27W QHD 2560 x 1440 IPS gray display for incredible detail and picture clarity, 11 millisecond MPRT with ultra-low motion blur and 4 milliseconds typical GTD. Response time is calculated by measuring the time it takes for a pixel's luminance to transition from 10% to 90%. 2-27 QHD 2560 x 1440 px. Resolution non-glare IPS display with up to 178 degrees wide viewing angles.